All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is November 7th, 2025. So, this week has been a hell of a week. I haven't been able to podcast as much as I normally do. You guys know me. Normally, I bang out, sometimes, usually at least one a day, if not two a day. So, I've been having some health issues. My legs, for some reason, have been super fucking sore. I've been limping for the past 2 days, and it's all in my thighs. Yesterday, I soaked them in a hot Epsom salt bath. That seemed to have helped. Ibuprofen wasn't doing shit. The only different thing that I can think that I was doing was I had to clean the pumps, which is an unusual chore where I work. It's not unusual for us to clean the pumps, but very rarely does it fall on a second shift person. So I cleaned all the pumps. We have 15 or 16 pumps. Cleaned all of them, and then I went through and polished all of them with a pump shine spray. That's the only thing I can think that would have fucked my legs up, because it's something that I don't normally do. It's not my daily routine. So yeah, I guess just bending down over and over and over again, that repetitive motion. Yeah, and then I guess that's the only thing I can think of that fucked my legs up. But so luckily they're kind of healing up. Now I have a sore throat. I've had a sore throat for 2 days. Yesterday, so I have tonsil stones, so it's not uncommon for me to get sore throats here and there, and I'm not trying to be gross, but I coughed up a tonsil stone, and it was a pretty big one. I'm like, oh god. If you want to see something gross, look up YouTube videos of tonsil stones. That's what I have in the back of my throat. And I always have a bad habit of just rubbing my throat, and I was rubbing it 2 days ago, and I felt and heard a pop, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And throat cancer runs in my family. My mom has nodules. She's had cancer in her throat that they've taken out, which this shit don't help, but it is what it is. So that is my concern, that one day I will come on here and sound like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So I've been battling just with my legs and my throat, and I'm using this stuff. I have no idea. This is probably horrible for you, but it makes the pain go away. So I've been having health problems. Then I was gonna podcast today. Sammy was at work. I woke up, drank some coffee. I've been playing Beyblades for Game Boy Advanced. That'll probably be my next game review. So I was like, yeah, I got some time. No one's here. Mom's doing her thing. Sammy's at work. I'll podcast. I go to podcast on my phone, and it's saying no memory. It was literally it was yeah, you can record a video. It's only gonna be 10 minutes long. And I'm like, well, that's not a fucking podcast. To me, a podcast needs to be 30 minutes or longer, Which I usually keep it around 30 minutes because people's attention span are short. It's a good length of time. It's not too long, it's not too short, Just wham bam, thank you ma'am. What was I saying? Fuck. Oh, so my memory on my phone. And I went through everything. Disabled apps I wasn't using. Put stops on apps I wasn't using. You want a mask?
About to just grab that one, yeah.
Yeah. went through, deleted like any sort of photo that I have like no emotional attachment to, went through my messages, deleted as many as I could there. I have no clue. I did everything I could do for memory. So I was like, finally, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to print off whatever photos I can to clear up space on the phone. Get to Walmart and hang on. So I get to Walmart and my phone, like, I have a curse on me. I don't know if it's some ancient Native American curse or what. Every phone that I own, literally, my jack gets fucked up on it. Like, immediately. Charging port. Thank you. Gets fucked up on it immediately. Every phone that I own. I have no clue how the fuck it happens, dude. I swear to God, it's a fucking curse. So, every time I plug it in to charge, some nights it won't even charge. And then when I do, I have to make sure it's, like, perfect and I can't touch it or else the cord will just wiggle and fall out. It's fucking annoying. So I couldn't upload any of the photos. So I was just like, fuck it. I bought literally a SanDisk was the brand SD card. And I bought the most. I said, what's the one with the most memory? And the guy's like, this is the one with the most memory. And there was one cheaper with the same amount of memory, but it didn't have as much speed. And he's like, if you're doing video, you want this one, the $50. I just bought the most expensive one. It was $50. I'm like, fuck it. I'm getting tired of running out of memory space. Because even when I delete it and trash stuff, it'll still be like, you're running low on memory. I'm like, how? I delete everything. Anytime I put a podcast out, as soon as it's uploaded, I delete it. And then I just download it onto the computer from YouTube. So, yeah, $50, but it's worth it because I enjoy podcasting. So that's why I haven't been putting out as much this week as I normally do. I've just been running through trouble. Like every other day, it's something new. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just want a podcast. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account in the link below if you want to donate to the channel. It helps pay for pens, papers, SD cards, shit like that. Let's get on with the story, though. So this came across my radar here recently. And you guys know me, one of my biggest concerns on this channel is AI and robotics. Basically Terminators, because AI and robotics kind of fall into the same category, man. I'm scared of Skynet, I'm scared of Terminators, and I don't think people... To me, that's honestly one of my biggest concerns as far as the conspiracy community. If someone were to ask me, like, hey, what is the most important conspiracies to you? It would be AI, Skynet, Terminator type shit. Child trafficking, obviously, is a huge concern of mine. That's why I report on it as much as I possibly can. And yeah, those are my two main focuses as far as conspiracies, you know. So I don't think I had reported on this yet, but I heard Sam Tripoli talking about it on the latest Conspiracy Social Club of this robot called Figure 03. And no, actually, there's another robot. His name's Neo. We're going to probably do an episode on each one, but I want to talk about Figure 03. So, this was pretty recent. This is October 9th. I'm just now getting around to talking about it, but it is what it is. So, today we are introducing Figure 03, our third generation humanoid robot. 33, right there. First sentence. Figure 03, third generation. Sorry, you guys know how I am with numbers. I kind of agree with Eddie Bravo that it's kind of like a code word of like, hey, red team go, you know, just letting others know it's time to do this, and this is who's behind it. They speak in codes, you know. What was it the QAnon people used to say was, their symbolism will be their downfall. That was one of the QAnon phrases, you know. I used to be a Q-tard, so. Figure O 03 is designed for Helix, the home, and the world at scale. So basically, essentially, this is like, it literally looks like the robot from iRobot, and it does your dishes, it takes the dog for walks, it puts your baby to sleep in its crib. It will be basically kind of like the Jetsons of the old lady robot, you know. And the thing is like, I'm a futurist, but sadly, words, the elites take words and they demonize them and invert them and destroy the actual good meaning of them. So like progressive, there's a word. Progressive is literally the opposite of, I guess, degression. Yeah, I guess. It literally means to progress. But the elites have taken that and inverted it and ruined it. Futurism. When I say I'm a futurist, people automatically have that, oh no. No, it just means that I want to live like the Jetsons. I want to hop in my car and it's a flying car. I want a hoverboard. That would be cool. How fucking cool would it be? I did a review on Treasure Planet the other day. How fucking cool would it be to have like a surfboard and you can just surf through the sky? You can't tell me that wouldn't be fucking cool. That's the kind of future that I want. The elites want they want a dystopia rather than a utopia. They want us all plugged into the Matrix on house arrest. Yeah. Vaxxed up and fucking no rights, you know. They want dystopia. I want utopia. So as far as a futurism, I would say I'm a utopian futurist. Figure O 03 is designed, or our goal is to deliver a truly general purpose robot. One that can perform human-like tasks and learn directly from people. So there's the AI tie-in. To realize this vision, our engineering and design teams completed a ground-up hardware and software redesign to ship Figure O 03 for Helix. Figure O 03 features a completely redesigned sensory suite and hand system, which is purpose-built to enable Helix, Figure's proprietary vision, language, action AI. The home. And how many times, by the way, have we heard all these AIs going rogue and going batshit, like Mecha Hitler? Go check that episode out. It's all very concerning to me. The home. Figure O 03 has several new features, including soft goods, wireless charging, so it'll essentially be like kind of like a Roomba of, it'll go to its little pad and just wirelessly charge on its pad. It's a home station. I almost built a Roomba, like a homemade one at one time. Like, you know those little sweepers that you plug into the wall and they vacuum and sweep shit up? I had the idea in my head because I love robotics, and like at one time I was building a motorbike. I was living alone and going crazy, so I was like building shit, and I wanted to build a Roomba, of like figuring out some way to put like a little spinning wheel thing on each side with one of those. I don't know. I just wanted to build one. People are like, you know, you can buy one, and I'm like, yeah, but it'd be funner to build one. Improved audio system for voice reasoning and battery safety advancements that make it safer and easier to use in a home environment. At least that's good, because I've seen videos of electric bicycle batteries exploding. There was one dude in China, he had an e-bike battery and he was holding it and he was in an elevator and it exploded. And he literally just like got melted alive. Fucking horrible. Because it's one of those fires that even firemen can't put it out. Like, the lithium burns. Mass manufacturing, Figure 03, was engineered from the ground up for high volume manufacturing. In order to scale, we establish a new supply chain, an entirely new process for manufacturing humanoid robots at BotQ. The world at scale. The lower manufacturing costs and advancements made for Helix have significant benefits for commercial applications. So, there's no path. This is designed for Helix. There's no path to scaling humanoid robots without AI. That's why we built, and remember who signed that bill that there is going to be no restrictions on AI. And remember, it was the big beautiful bill, the big beautiful bill. What a scumbag that dude turned out to be. I'm so glad I did not vote for him. That's why we built Figure 03 around one goal: to enable true reasoning throughout the world using Helix. Figure 03 introduces a fully redesigned sensory suite and hand system purpose-built to bring Helix to life. Figure 03 introduces a next-generation vision system engineered for high-frequency Vizio motor control. Its new camera architecture delivers twice the frame rate, 1/4 the latency, and a 60% wider field view per camera. Oh, I wonder if it spins its head around like The Exorcist. Blah, you know. Your mother sucks cock in hell. Blah. Pea soup comes out its mouth. Malfunction. Sorry. I'm a child, I know. All within a more compact form factor, combined with an expanded depth of field. This architecture provides Helix with a denser, more stable perceptual stream. These advancements are essential for intelligent navigation and precise manipulation in complex, cluttered spaces such as homes. Oh, my house is cluttered as fuck. This thing would be staggering through the house, knocking holes in the wall. It'd knock over my elderly mother-in-law. But apparently it's got more intelligent. It's better. And by the way, there is a Figure 02. We might do an episode on it. It was like the prototype, so it's obviously not as good. Each hand now integrates an embedded palm camera with a wide field of view and low latency sensing, which offers redundant close-range visual feedback during grasp. These cameras allow Helix to maintain visual awareness even when the main cameras are occluded. An example, when reaching into a cabinet or working in confined spaces, and enables continuous adaptive control in real time. So, it's become more sensitive. So, if something ever happens to Sammy, I could buy one of these and teach it to give me hand jobs. And it's not, hopefully it doesn't get hacked or go rogue and like crush my testicles and rip my dick off, you know. But apparently it's supposed to be more sensitive. Here's a picture of it holding an egg, a card. So yeah, I mean, this, you could teach this thing to give you mad fucking hand jobs, you know what I mean? Each fingertip sensor can detect forces as small as 3 grams of pressure, sensitive enough to register the weight of a paperclip resting on your finger. The precision enables Helix to distinguish between a secure grip and an impending slip before it occurs. So it can preemptively know when it's about to drop something and like autocorrect itself. That's terrifying. The precision enables Helix to imagine, like, if this thing goes Terminator, dude, so it would preemptively know, oh, he's about to run to the left. I seen his eyes dart to the left, you know, and it'll just preemptively, like, you're about to run and it's grab you by the throat and And by the way, too, dude, we all know this. Anytime we get some beautiful form of technology, Einstein, he helped create the atomic bomb. We did an episode the other day about uh, Donald Trump's uncle. I forget his fucking name. But he went in and raided Tesla's fucking apartment after Tesla died. All of those papers are mysteriously gone. And then when asked, did he find anything cool? Did he find the papers for the death ray that Tesla was building? No, we didn't find nothing like that. Anything about free energy? No, nothing to see here. So he's a scallywag just as much as fucking Trump, his uncle. The apple does not fall far from the tree when it comes to the Trumps, apparently. But we've seen this time and time again. First of all, if you are listening to my voice right now, thanks for tuning in. This is brought to you by DARPA, by the United States military. The internet was invented by the United States military. Cell phones, like every form of technology, the military always swoops in and goes, we'll have that, we'll take that. And then when we're done with it 50 years later, because they say the military is like 50 years ahead of what anything we have right now, our fancy ass phones, they have 50 years ahead technology. So we are literally getting the hand-me-downs. Like when you see lines of people who are like waiting for the new iPhone 666, or what number are they up to now? Like fucking iPhone 5000, They come out with one, every fucking year? The military, especially the higher-ups, have to be laughing their asses off. Like, these dumb, fat motherfuckers are literally waiting in line for hours, camping out in tents with sleeping bags to get something that is a baby's toy to us. It reminds me of Back to the Future, of like when he goes into that, he's in the future and he goes into that restaurant and he sees like that old arcade cowboy game and he starts playing it and the kids are like, what's that? And he's like, oh, it's a video game, it's my favorite video game. And he starts beating the level super quick and they're like, you mean you have to use your hands? I'm playing a Game Boy Advanced SP, dude. There's gonna come a day when it's gonna be like, I get made fun of for that on the street. People are like, are you playing a Game Boy? I'm like, yeah, dude. And they're like, wow. But anyways, what I'm saying though is like, if Figure 03 is freaking you out, think about what the military probably has in deep underground military bases somewhere top secret. They have something that is kind of like Figure 03, but it's like Figure 666, and it's got a machine gun that can preemptively it's probably better than our actual physical soldiers. This will replace everyone's job. Everyone's job will be replaced by these things. If the Great Reset goes through, it'll be universal basic income, Mark of the Beast. Everyone's on house arrest. Like Klaus Schwab said, your new job will be to polish the machines. So, terrifying. Let's see. Figure 03 also includes 10 Gbps mmWave data offload capability, allowing the entire fleet to upload terabytes of data for continuous learning and improvement. Together, these advancements position Figure 03 as uniquely capable of large-scale end-to-end pixels to action learning. Designed for the home. This is where they're going to get people, especially like Freemason trophy wives, you know. To operate effectively in the home, a robot must work seamlessly alongside people in their daily environments. With this in mind, Figure oh 03 introduces several design improvements focused on safety. It features strategically placed multi-density foam to protect against pinch points and is covered in soft textiles rather than hard machined parts. Figure oh 03 has 9% less mass and significantly less volume than Figure oh 02, making it easier to maneuver through household spaces. So right now this thing literally looks like the robot from iRobot. I'm going to obviously put a picture as the thumbnail. But I'm married, but I mean I have like a pocket pussy. I ain't gonna lie. I've barely ever used it because I'm married, you know. But this is gonna replace women and men. First of all, I cannot imagine. I am so glad that me and my wife will be together a decade December. I am so fucking grateful that I am married and do not have to date anymore. I cannot tell you how many people I know who are single and dating and or are incels. This is going to... There's a reason why people think the gray aliens, are us from the future, of like, we're so evolved with huge brains, little bodies, because we don't do manual labor anymore, because we have machines, and no sex organs. This is going to literally destroy the modern family, or the classic family, whatever, you know, the traditional family. It's gonna destroy it, dude. Once they start putting fucking vaginas and dicks on these things, hell, if you like hermaphrodites, you could have both. It's gonna have a hole and a fucking rod. And the precision on these things of like, I was making jokes about it ripping your dick off, but it literally, I showed you pictures. It can pick up a card from a deck. It can pick up an egg without crushing it. Like, this is going to destroy, yeah, it's just going to be people fucking robots like Blade Runner, you know, when he gets with the robot. And I ain't going to lie, I told Sammy, man, I told her, you know, hopefully me and her live super old, you know, and make it to 80, 90 years old together, you know, and that'd be beautiful. I have a feeling I'm going to die young because I treated my body like an amusement park, but I feel bad for this next generation of people who can't find others. They're going to turn these things into sex robots, man. I'm seeing it, dude. And it's going to be mind-blowing because these things, you could just program it to do whatever the fuck you're into, you know? The Figure oh 03 battery pushes the bounds for robot battery safety and incorporates multiple layers of protection against abuse or malfunction, which is good, including safeguards at the battery management system, the BMS, cell, interconnect, and pack levels. The battery has already achieved certification to the UN 38.3. There's that 3.3 standard. UN too. So apparently some sort of United Nations standard. Beyond safety, Figure oh 03 is designed for everyday usability, like fucking your wife. The soft goods are fully washable and can be removed or replaced without tools, allowing quick and easy swaps. The robot can also be customized with various clothing options, including garments made from cut-resistant and durable materials. It's getting weird, but I wanted to cover Figure oh 03. We're going to do a whole episode on Neo, which is like a competition to Figure 03. We'll do a whole episode on it. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if it was like battle bots of like, let's see, Neo 03 or Figure 03 versus Neo, and then it just like make them battle each other, you know, see who wins. That's getting into like AI territory with what's his name, the guy who played the Sixth Sense kid. That was a good movie. But yeah, we've covered all this dystopia that they're reaching for multiple times on this channel. I think the last time we covered my concerns with robotics and AI, we covered androids that can get pregnant. I might link that below in Spotify. I might honestly, dude, just create a playlist and call it something like AI, robotics, something like that. And so that way it'd be easier for you guys to find on YouTube. But there you have it. We covered Figure 03. I love y'all. Sorry I haven't been able to podcast as much this week. I've just been having health issues and storage issues for memory on my phone. So hopefully my phone is fixed. I can get back into the game, baby. Love y'all. Y'all have a good day.